If you're chasing height, you're probably gonna skip this one. But the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air might be one of the most underappreciated Jordans of the year. Reverse heel tabs, a mix of leather and smooth gray overlays, and a colorway that hits harder in person. This one tells a quiet story, and most people missed it. Let me show you why this pair matters. So here's what sets this one apart. The first time we've ever seen the Rare Air name on an Air Jordan 3. The phrase goes way back in MJ's autobiography in 93, but as a sneaker concept, it's more modern. Jordan brands used it on the Air Jordan 1 and the Air Jordan 4 before, but never on the Air Jordan 3. And it comes with a twist, literally on the heels. You've got cream Nike Air tabs on this one, that's standard, and the other is mirrored. Thought it was a factory error first, but nope, it's intentional and subtle. Material wise, they mixed it up smart. You've got a black smooth leather base. Instead of the elephant print, they layered in these gray leather panels around the toe and the heel. It makes it feel clean and modern, especially under the light. When I shot this, I had a soft LED on the side and a bounce card off to the left. That aged coconut milk midsole just soaked in the warmth. Gave the whole comp some vintage heat. Fits what you expect from a 3. True to size. These feel structured like they hold form, whether you lace them tight or loose. I styled them with cargos and again, with cuffed denim. Both hit. The cream tab and blue collar pop just enough to make it styled without needing any loud pieces to match. If you already got the Air Jordan 4 Rare Air, this one pairs naturally. Similar tones, different feel. That one's flashier. This one's calmer. I think this will be one of those slow burn pairs.
Are you sure?
People are gonna go double back once these start selling out. Especially once they realize the mirrored heel tabs were part of the storytelling. And if you're into sneaker storytelling and behind the scenes work like this, I've got the full BTS dropping Sunday. Well, every Sunday.
The next day.
So I built out another shot. I wanted to make sure I caught the reverse Nike checks. I did another shot earlier. I wasn't too impressed with it. I didn't like it so much. But this shot is clean. It's simple. There's light lace play. It's well lit. I like the gradient in the background. I might take 2 separate shots where I might get rid of the gradient and push all the shadow out of the picture, out of the frame, or most of the shadows. I got my bounce card here to the left just to help balance the image out. I don't want it to be too shadow heavy. So we brought that bounce card in just to clear some of those shadows out. I think I'm going to bring in a second one to do the same, to clear more of the shadows out here. And we're going to see what that does for us. It doesn't do too much, but let's move that back. But we have that second bounce card in. We're going to take this picture. Actually, I'm going to balance this a little bit. So this is what the shot looks like right before I take it. That's not bad at all. I ain't mad at it. These are my settings for a shot like this. We're definitely going to focus stack it. I'm using my 90mm macro lens for this one. Let's take the shot. That's awesome. It does not look like I will need to focus stack this one, but you know what I'm going to do. Do it anyway. I'm just going to take another focus shot of that heel on this side. Beautiful. I'm going to take a shot of these laces. We're going to take another one of this lace. Now my OCD's kicking in because I don't like the way the laces are balanced in this shot, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Good. That's awesome. Let's call that one.
A few moments later.
All right, so we set up another shot. I really like this shot. The box has a whole bunch of nostalgia in it. I angled it in a way that you can see Michael Jordan's face on the box. This is how it looks on camera. I set up a little bit of lace play, real subtle. Everything looks real good. We're gonna take this shot. We're gonna have to try to bring everything else into focus. So let's take this picture. Let's see where it focuses on first. Kind of caught the, I'll show you in a second. What it ended up focusing on, this is fetching. So it focused on right around here. So it focused on right around here. I want to catch the top lace. I want to make sure I bring in the toe. I want to make sure I bring in the heel. And I want to bring in the bottom sneaker. And also, obviously, the box. I think right now, my next shot should be right on the box. We're going to bring that picture in. So we put the focus on the box. We're going to take that picture there. Come on. Got that picture there. What I'm going to do is bring in the sneaker. Dead center. Make sure I get center mass. Bring that bottom sneaker in. Boom. I should be able to bring the laces in. So that's 3 shots total. I'm going to focus on the top around the ankle part of the shoe. Going to bring that shot in. Come on. Good. Brought that shot in. Let's focus on the front of the shoe and catch a little bit of that lace. Good. I really can't see any place else where I should bring in any more. Solid shot. Beautiful shot. Was able to incorporate that box.
Hey, yo!
Pause. Call that the final. Unless I get inspired by something else, but I think that's good.
More moments later.
So I feel somewhat inspired to take a shot that I've done before and just elevate it a bit. Hold on. If you guys remember from my Air Jordan SB shoot, I called the shot stacking checks. We're going to do the same shot, but make it reflective with the plexiglass. There's some specific settings and editing that I have to do in order to bring this image out the way that I want to bring it out. I might film a bit of this while I'm doing it, but it's very difficult. It's going to be pretty hard to see because it needs to be done in really low light. But this is what it looks like all lit up. I'm going to try to set my camera to the settings that I need. You really need to be able to control the light also. So once I get everything set to where I want to, I'm going to jump back on screen and I'm going to break everything else, everything that I did and why I did it. All right. So black plexiglass reflective shot. Hopefully it comes out the way that I want to, but I'll be right back. All right. So I got my low light shot set up. Let's discuss the lighting first since there's a lot going on. I got my black plexiglass here reflecting the sneaker in the bottom. I mean the soles of the sneaker with the lace S-ing. The laces are not going to be reflective, but the sole is going to be mostly reflective. So I have a mini LED to the left, a short one, a small one at 10% and 5700 Kelvin. I have this longer bar to light up most of the sole and just create balance there at the same 10% and 5700 Kelvin. I have my softbox light that I kind of want to position. I have that set to 57, but this one's at 3%. I'm thinking about moving it up to 10% like the rest just to help with some more lighting. I want to see what that looks like. I'm going to position the light. I'm going to move it over a little bit to catch more. Problem with the basement, we'll clean that up in post. This is my camera settings. 1/5, a f-stop of 10 so I don't lose, so I can bring as much detail out of the shoe as possible, and ISO of 200, right? So we're gonna take this picture. Good, nice. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to take some other shots so I don't lose so much detail when I go into post. I'm gonna take a picture of the lace that's on the plexiglass. That should bring in a lot of the sole of the sneaker. I'm going to take this part, the plexiglass, the picture of that sole. We're gonna take over here. Come on, come on. Good. I'm gonna take another picture right here just to bring in as much. Come on. Couldn't shoot. Good. Ooh, brought that in. I'm gonna take the top of the sneaker so I don't lose detail up there where the suede is. And I'm going to actually take some photo of the top toe away closer to where those black bounce cards are, just so I don't lose detail there. This shot should come out the way that I want it to, but yeah, this is what it looks like. So remember, I have the LED, mini LED light at 10% and 5700 Kelvin, the other mini light there at the same settings. Goal is to light the sole, and then I have my softbox up here set at 10% and 5700 Kelvin, just setting a lot of light to that. And but the camera settings are what matter the most. The 1/5, I might lower it even more. So that's the shutter speed. It's the time that the eye opens and then closes, so it draws in as much light as possible. Appreciate you for watching. Like, sub, and check the link if you're trying to see what other content I have to offer. And I'm out.